All right, guys, we're doing something a little different for the band. This is Dan Barracuda right here. And I found him on Instagram because he does these awesome music reactions, both to like classic rock songs like the Beatles and the Beach Boys, which is the kind of stuff that kind of turned me on to his work. But he also gets like real deep into niche stuff like Mars Volta, big inspiration for us. So I was like, man, like this guy gets music on a level that I think I really resonate with. Like just the things that he finds exciting, the way he reacts and gets excited about stuff, it just like feels right. It feels at home. So I feel like we're on some kind of wavelength in our minds. So I thought it'd be cool to get him to react to our song, Bayou Bliss. And now I'm going to react to him reacting to our song. And I can maybe go in a little more depth. I got my guitar, so I can kind of hit some of the details that he just kind of glides over. All right, so here we go. This is Dan Barracuda.
Focus on analyzing the song. Here we go. So you're in tune D A D G A E. Okay, I'm in standard, but we'll figure it out. Okay, man, I'm excited. So here we go. Here is the YouTube video, Sunrise and Ammunition by Bayou Bliss. Cool.
It's the other way around, by the way. He figures that out.
Whoa. That was a really sick intro. Damn, I love like the harmonic movement. I love the pickup. Down, down, boom, bow, down. Yeah.
So what I'm doing there is, which is just minor triad, major triad. That was definitely Chris, our drummer's idea. We can tell if the song needs a little something somewhere, and he suggested that we do something to start it off. So that's what I came up with.
That's really cool. I love the bass going up. Man, okay, so when I teach intervals to people, when I get to the major seventh, it's hard to find songs that have the major seventh. And the only other one I have is a Take On Me. But here you do it too. It's so nice.
So he doesn't realize this, I don't think, but that's very, very much intentional. The song is written from the perspective of being at a party and that song coming on, Take On Me. And the lyrics are kind of indirectly referencing that. I say, take this song, then take me on. So it's an homage to that song, and what a better way to include and honor a song than to do the same melody. I love how music can be self-referential. Please don't sue me for that. It's art.
Nice. Wow. I love how the vocals are just like hovering over this like chaotic, lopsided, like everything's like kind of crashing down, but it's like major chords too. But the vocals are just like hovering over. It's kind of like Deftones-y to me a little bit. much power in 1 to 4. Oh, I love the harmonies, man.
So yeah, it took him telling me for me to finally learn what key this song is in. Because I knew it had to either be D or A, because yeah, a lot of the whole first half of the song, even some of the second half, is going from that chord to that chord. So that's the A, D, A. So what he's saying is that the key is in A major. So this is like your home bass root chord, and then this D is the 4th chord in the scale.
I'm like such a sucker for harmonies. Oh, it's like a light. That's so cool. Wow.
I love how you could tell his brain's just like picking up all the things going on, and he's like so good at noticing the detail, and it's just like blasting him with information. I think it's a good thing.
I love this part. It's such a nice like breakdown from everything.
You're just pissed off because she got you to admit something you didn't want to admit to.
I love this effect. Bing, don't
Bizarre. You wrong.
It's like chaotic, but it, like I said, it's like major chords.
Pretty bizarre. Some of us are just better at hiding. That's
I love that. Oh my god, that was a great note. Dude. Are you kidding me? Damn. That's sick. This part is so cool. Stereo guitars are still going. The bass is having a field day.
So, fun fact about this song, we had our original bass player, Chris Richardson, and then he ended up moving out to Arkansas. And this was one of the songs that he never finished. He actually recorded all of the first half of this song on bass. And so everything on this back end of the song is actually me playing bass. So, but I thought I wanted to do my best to like live up to Chris Richardson's amazing playing, and definitely try to do him justice.
And the drums, man. Oh, that was sick. There's a lot of like clever nuggets.
Yeah, as far as that like wordless melody thing at the end, all I can chalk that up to is just pure emotion. Just purely vibing with the emotion of the song, and then that's what comes out. Everything else, as far as like the musical nuggets, is just my intuition and my years of experience allowing me to channel that emotion through these little nuggets and techniques. So yeah, you don't want the tail to wag the dog. The music, the emotion comes first, and then all the tricks can be a result of channeling that.
So magical. That was really nice, man. Okay, now I know what to expect. I can't wait to hear it again. That was crazy. I want to know what your influences are. I'm not that familiar with like, is it like? I'm not that familiar with like Minus the Bear. I don't know if that's like might be an influence.
So Minus the Bear is not like a direct influence, but it is indirect, like two links in the chain away. Because the way I use my DL4 looper pedal, especially in this song, it's double time loop, and then I record loops on top of that, so it's very loop heavy and uses the DL4, which Minus the Bear does do that. They're like famously the pioneers of that kind of thing. But I didn't really listen to them, but who I did listen to was this band called Terra Mellos, who are considered kind of like OG math rock. So we really didn't call it math rock, although the genre term did exist back then. It wasn't as like easy to just slap that label on something like Terra Mellos. But putting that aside, Terra Mellos, the guitarist from that band, was my main influence for like that loopy stuff. Then other than that, the song is inspired by a lot of other like kind of mathy bands like that. Like obviously The Fall of Troy has always been a huge part of our DNA, and the Mars Volta is kind of in that bucket. And then this song was really inspired by other Texas bands that we are good friends with, like the other band I play in called Granite Hands. The whole story of how the song started was at a Granite Hands show that was a doomed house show, and they overbooked it, so we were just in New Mexico, sad, and one of the Granite Hands song had this tuning, and as I was waiting outside, I remember coming up with the main riff for this song. So yeah, Granite Hands. It's also inspired by this band Hikes. Really, really great guitar work. So Granite Hands too. They're just amazingly high-level musicians. And so definitely a lot of influences like that, as well as the Take On Me thing, as well as like a Beatles, Beach Boys vibe that's always in there too. So yeah, like a weird mix of all of those things.
Let me see. I love that. So yeah, the key is an A major, and then but you start on the 4. That's the 4. You go to the 1 there. Really nice. One more time. Really cool. Like I love the stops, like the staccato stops, while the vocal just like pierces through. You know. That. So cool. Maybe a little like Tame Impala-ish.
That's a good one too. Yeah, Tame Impala, one of our biggest influences, especially the psychedelic period. But I love all Tame Impala.
Very like wondrous. Like all you need is like 1 to 4. There's a lot of sophistication going on in like rhythmic elements, production elements, like arrangement, but the chord wise, it's so simple. Like something's gotta be simple, right? Something's like gotta give. Otherwise, it's just like too much. But like everything's being grounded by.
That's such a good point, and it's something that I think I did subconsciously, but it makes so much sense. Because yeah, even underneath all of this stuff, like it's just going dun, 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 dun. Like that's the foundation that all of this other stuff is built on. And a lot of Sunrise stuff has things like that, like Cosmic Silverback. It's like droning on a string at a time. And the two main reasons that I like to do stuff like this is like the whole Eastern influence where you drone. Turn off your mind, relax and float downstream. You could get really creative with just one droning note and singing over that. Also, as someone who doesn't really know music theory, I'm learning more now. I know a lot more than I did earlier on. It's almost like a cop-out where like if you're just droning on one note and you can harmonize with that, it doesn't take that much. Like that's a nice little neat box for you to play in, and you don't have to figure out like, oh, what other notes and chords will like go with this. You can just, it's just like a easy mode in a way. But yeah, I'm kidding with the cop out thing. Like I'm trying. I'm really trying.
Drums are great. I love the burst of energy. Oh yeah, you sent me the lyrics. Sorry, I like the visualizer. It's actually a good accompaniment. I want to follow the lyrics in there. For that whole summer. I love that. We were blissed out. Whoa, that part is awesome, man. I love like knowing the lyrics too. I get a little bit of like Animal Collective a little bit.
Yeah, Animal Collective a little bit. But honestly, for us, we're a little more influenced by Panda Bear, who is a member of Animal Collective. So, given that he's in that band, you could say that that's like the Animal Collective sound because he's one of the main singers in that band. But he's definitely more of the direct influence on us. And I kind of see him as like belonging to that psychedelic pop lineage of like psychedelic era Beatles, Beach Boys, Tame Impala, and Panda Bear. So yeah, that's all part of the family for me.
This part is awesome.
This guy, he gets it, man. He gets it. I love his reaction. I love how he's just tuning into the feeling of the song. It's like he's so open to receiving it. And I think that's such a beautiful thing that probably comes from being a music lover and being passionate about music. But I think that's what music can do to us at its best. Especially different styles are going to resonate with different people. So that's why he's probably liking us, because he's a musician and there's a lot of like juicy stuff for other musicians in there. But he does point out some of the other stuff that I think can be enjoyed by anyone.
Just A, man. It's so simple harmonically. I love how simple it is. But it doesn't like sound like it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so this part is still going back and forth between D and A. So yeah, there's the A, D.
Woo! There's a lot of crafting going on here, guys. And the drums. Wow, there's like so much going on, but it feels good again because like the simplicity of the harmony. It's just like 1 to 4. It's like all you need.
And load all these tremendous flies all over me.
He was pissed off because she got you to admit
No,
something you didn't want to.
I hear that sus too.
Bizarre. We were all pretty bizarre. Some of us are just better at hiding, that's all.
Let's quiet down the music sound. It's fading out. Yes. Really nice chords here. I hear that. Oh, nice. That minor chord. That E minor. I love that. I think I also hear it F sharp minor, like the 6. Really great touch, minor 5. I blew it. Yeah, that's great. That 6 chord. You're so love that minor fall there. Crazy. I love this part. This like interlude is so awesome. Is that how it ends? Oh man, that's crazy. All right, one more time, man. I'm enjoying this. It's like 2 big halves to the song, it feels like. I love the bass line.
That's Chris Richardson on the bass. Dude's amazing.
Chills out. Take this song and then take me on my twin star. If I fell, it was there in that room. Not so much joy that I can. Oh, this part is awesome. Right here, I love the whole summer part. Oh yeah. Oh, dude, man, when that enters, it's great. Yeah, right here. 7. It's like a blast of light. It's like a blast of sunlight, just like. And you got.
I love that he said that so much. See what I mean? He's so tapped in. He's so tapped in. I wish everyone could experience music. Doesn't have to be our music. It'd be great if it was, but I just want everyone to be able to experience music so deeply, especially when the music itself is coming from this place of joy. And I think we all need a little relief That's one of the things that Jesse Cannon, our producer on our first album, said. He said that music is a consequence-free emotion drug that makes you feel an emotion that you'd rather be feeling. I think we'd all rather be feeling a little bit like this guy right now.
A 4 chord. To the 1, release. Lift. I love the kick drum. Damn. Like entering the second half. That's so sick. Great delay work.
That delay is the Electro-Harmonix Canyon, and it has a setting where every echo or every delay, it goes up an octave. So you can get some really cool effects with that, because since the repeated notes are sounding higher and higher, I feel like it gets out of your way. And in the way that it does it overlap with the original note, it's an interesting kind of like harmony. Whereas like if you were just if you had a lot of delay without an octave on that, it would just like start to like get buried. But it's like it's floating away. I don't know if this makes sense without me demonstrating it, but it's a really cool effect. Let's just say that. And I love using it.
Oh my god.
Don't say anything all day, and then when you open your mouth, you unload all these tremendous desires all
That's
over
cool. That's a nice cool touch.
Because she got into it.
So that's a sample from The Breakfast Club, the movie. Because this whole song is kind of like about an 80s themed party, that's like the setting of the song, and there's a Take On Me reference. I wanted to have something that was like the sound of a conversation happening between some loners outside of a party, a lot like the Tame Impala song, Everything That Has Happened So Far Hasn't Been Something We Can Control. Really long title. In that song, there's like a section where Kevin Parker is, or somebody is talking outside of a party, and they're like, hey, what's wrong? You know, like, why don't you come in? And it's that kind of like loner outside of a party feel. I wanted something like that, and I was considering doing like a dialogue, but then I was like, oh, it'd be cool if we could find some like thing, some like 80s thing that would fit there. And so then you get the idea to sample like a movie quote. And I was telling one of my guitar students about this, and she is like a movie buff, and she recommended The Breakfast Club. And then one day at band practice, me and the drummer Chris were watching that, and then we heard this quote, and we were like, oh my god, that's perfect. So yeah, that's the story behind the sample in the song.
That's something you didn't want to admit to.
Oh man, this bro's crazy.
Nails bizarre.
What's bizarre?
I bet it's like even cooler in headphones. So I got the two speakers.
Bizarre. Some of us are just better at hiding, that's all.
You deserve it.
Let's quiet down. Oh my god. Good night. Great colors, man, with these new chords. 4-6-1 to minor 5. You're so sure. That's key, that minor. Back to the 1. Great that you do minor 5. That's a borrowed chord. That should be a major 5.
See, that's something I had no idea about actually. And as I've become a music teacher since writing this song, now I know what he means by that. Like the order of chords in the key. Usually it's like a major chord first and then minor. So it'd be like there's a specific order to what kind of chords need to be in the key. And usually the fifth chord is a major or a dominant 7 chord. But in this song, it's a minor, which gives it this cool, like, ooh, like this change. And that's what he means by a borrowed chord. And the Beatles do this a lot. And I think a lot of the time it's just like due to the sound. Like, I honestly think the reason that I put that chord in there is because of the loop that was going. The notes that are in that, it needs to be those chords over those notes. So because that's the E minor right there. If it was a major, well, that sounds cool too. It sounds more like bluesy when you do that. So it would be different. It would work probably, but that was why I think I chose it. Is just that like, oh, that sounds like it fits.
Oh, everything's like doing something clever, man.
Oh, also that little that's a Mac DeMarco homage. There's like act your age and try another year. So that was all like, this is all me channeling like things that I know the person I am singing to likes. So it's just like pulling this from over here, pulling this from over here. And it's self-referential. There's all these references, and I love that music can be like that. That it can be a lineage that we draw from. Chord progressions, melodies. You have to make it your own. That's like the unspoken rule, is that if you take something, you have to make it your own, and then it's fair game. And if you do it with intention and respect and reverence, as opposed to like just jacking somebody's stuff, then I feel like it's okay. So I'll say one more time, please don't sue me. It's art.
Oh, that guitar. Wow. All in like 3 minutes. Like so much. It feels like such an adventure. Damn. Sunrise and Ammunition. Bayou Bliss.
He's not the only person to point this out recently. Since this song came out, they've been like, this feels like so much happens in just 3.5 minutes or whatever it is. And I wonder what that is. Like, I really don't know if it's just because it's how fast things change or what, but that's interesting to me that the song is dilating time. That's pretty psychedelic, actually.
Very cool. Great work, guys. You guys crafted that out. Like, that is like an experience. Nice work, guys. That was cool.
Cool. So that's Dan Barracuda's reaction. Shout out to Dan. He's amazing. Go check him out on all his socials where he reviews more famous songs. But he does offer this as a service to do these like private breakdowns of your song. And if you want any kind of like feedback or like a constructive criticism, he can do that too. I just asked him to kind of react and analyze the music because I know he's so good at what he does, as you can see here. And so I hired him to do this like review of our song basically, and he gave me permission to use it how we wanted to use it. So definitely check out Dan. And don't forget to listen to Bayou Bliss by Sunrise and Ammunition. All right, guys. Peace.